During World War I, soldiers on the battlefields faced an unprecedented level of fear and psychological stress due to the intense and continuous fighting. These harsh experiences led to the emergence of a new psychological condition known as shell shock. Shell shock was a term used to describe the physical and psychological symptoms that appeared in soldiers as a result of extreme trauma caused by the constant bombardment of artillery and explosions. These symptoms included panic, trembling, loss of motor function, stuttering, and recurring nightmares. Initially, doctors believed that the primary cause of this condition was physical damage from the explosions, but they soon realized that the psychological impact was much greater. At that time, soldiers suffering from shell shock were often viewed as weak or unfit for battle, and many of them faced stigma because of their condition. In some cases, soldiers were even accused of cowardice and faced military trials. However, as the number of affected soldiers grew, doctors and military officials began to recognize that shell shock was a natural response to the severe stress and constant fear experienced on the front lines. In response to this phenomenon, governments and military organizations started to develop treatment methods for affected soldiers, which included rest, removal from the front lines, and psychological therapy. However, these treatments were often insufficient, as the understanding of mental health and the effects of trauma was still underdeveloped. Shell shock was one of the first acknowledgments of the psychological impact of war on soldiers. Despite the limited understanding and treatment available at the time, shell shock contributed to the beginning of a greater awareness of the psychological dangers of war, laying the groundwork for future mental health care for soldiers.